Beneficial Bugs and Other Helpful Critters by Aaron Boyd. I wanted to start out this presentation with a quote from Thomas Jefferson. It goes like this: I suspect that the insects which have harassed you have been encouraged by the feebleness of your plants, and that has been produced by the lean state of your soil. And basically what that means is whenever you have poor soil quality and poor plants, that causes a good environment for your pest insects to thrive, and in turn, which makes for a very bad garden. All right, the reason we're doing this presentation is because that it's important to know that not all insects are pests in your garden. And some will actually help keep pest population down and should be protected. Make sure to know that you know what you are doing before you apply certain means of pest control, because you can actually be harming the good insects in your garden, and while still allowing the bad insects to thrive. Within this presentation, hopefully you'll get a good hold on what beneficial insects are out there, and I'll go over briefly some insects that you need to watch out for as pests as well. Also, there's going to be some other good critters in this presentation that'll keep your pest population down, like birds and bats and other things like that. Another thing, the reason why we want pests to be controlled, why we want insects to be controlled, is because there's a lot of them, and anything that eats other insects is usually considered a good thing, because there are so many insects out there, and we really have to watch out for our good insects as well as our predatory or our harmful insects to our garden. So hopefully you'll find this interesting. The next few slides are pictures of beneficial insects that eat different smaller insects like aphids and whiteflies and things like that are harmful to our plants. You want to watch out for these insects, as they are good insects, and they're really kind of hard to spot sometimes because of their size. But look for them. Don't kill them. If you see them in your garden, it's a good thing, and just keep an eye out for them. This is a important slide to look out for. On your right, you have a definite bad insect. This is a very unfortunate insect that we have growing in our in the state of Kentucky. It's called the brown marmorated stink bug, and it literally eats everything. It eats house plants, garden plants, fruit crops, agronomic crops. It eats literally everything that we grow here in Kentucky and in the U.S. And it's also a home invader. It's a pest. It is if you at wintertime during the fall, you'll start seeing these bugs come in, and because they like the heat, they're attracted to the heat and light like a lot of other insects are, and they come in and they get everywhere and they smell bad, and it's just this unfortunate thing we have here in Kentucky. On the left, however, is the spine soldier bug, and it is a beneficial insect since it eats caterpillars, armyworms, and grubs. And if you'll notice, they are kind of similar. I mean, they do look very, very similar, but there are differences that you can look out for. If you look right past the head of the soldier bug, it has two spines on its abdomen there, and that's the key difference between that and the marmorated stink bug. Also, the marmorated stink bug has alternating white and black pattern around its abdomen, and that's something you can look out for as well. And of course, the white bands on the antenna are good indicators that that's a marmorated stink bug and not a spiny soldier bug. So just keep an eye out for these two guys. One's bad, one's good. Again, I wanted just to remind you all that the next few slides, until we get outside of the insect realm, these are all good insects, and I've put with a control down below the picture. They're good insects to look out for, and make sure you know how to spot them. All right, now we're done with the insects, and we're going to get into the other beneficial critters that we have. And again, I just want to remind you that anything that eats other insects is considered a good insect. There are a lot of insects out there. They are overpopulated, and anytime we have a creature that eats other insects, it's a good thing, and we want to keep those around. Now, this slide is probably my least favorite slide in the whole presentation because it's got a big, nasty spider on it. And I am scared to death of spiders, I'll admit it, but I usually try to avoid them, and I try not to smash them if I can help it, but spiders, I just can't handle them. But anyway, besides spiders, we've got other things on here like frogs and bats and birds that they all eat other insects, and that is considered a great thing. So just here's some pictures for y'all to look at, and I put some captions on there. You can read about how they're beneficial. Here's something that I thought was very interesting. 6 to 8 bat houses can consume 10,000 flying insects each night. That is astronomical numbers. And if you have a big garden plot and want to put up some uh, bat houses on your property, it's really simple. They're simple to build. They're similar to a birdhouse, uh, and they're really great for bats to increase your bat population so that they can consume those insects at night. And they're really, really kind of cool to have around your property. All right, so we all like to fish, and we all love fish because they eat insects. We know they eat flying insects, and they jump out of the water and they eat those flying insects. But far more beneficial is the fact that the fish actually eat insect larvae in the water, like mosquito larvae. So that is a great thing to have if you have a pond on your property. Make sure you stock full of fish, and that'll help cut down on some of those insects around your garden and all the bad critters that pest us. All right, on this slide, I listed some things that you can plant or build to help your bird population grow. Um, and again, we like birds because they eat insects. Um, and these are just some simple things you can do around your property, around your garden, that birds love and attracts them to your garden plot or around your home. Okay, over the next few slides, I'm going to go over some attractive plants. And I say attractive plants because they not only do they look pretty, but they also attract good insects into your garden. Um, Generally, any plants that attract pollinators, they're usually pretty good because we know our crops need pollinated. You know, insects like bees and butterflies, they do a lot of pollination, and it's good to have them in your garden. Um, in some stages of insects' life cycle, they will feed on pollen and nectar, so it's good to have them. Another thing that you see on this slide is marigolds. Now, marigolds, they don't really attract insects. They actually do the opposite. They uh, send them away. They put out a very potent odor that insects don't like, and they can actually help get rid of some of the harmful insects that are in your vegetable garden. So one good thing to do is you can actually plant marigolds between your plants in your garden. That helps fend off some of the nasty insects that we have out there that can cause problems on your crop. All right, the next three slides are just a list of attractive plants or beneficial plants in trees and shrubs to have in your landscape or in your garden. Um, there's a lot of different varieties of plants out there that are beneficial, and this list can help you decide which ones you want to put in your landscape. Hope you've enjoyed the presentation on beneficial insects and other helpful critters. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You all should have my email for this online course. If you want to, feel free to send me any questions, or if you have anything not related to this, just let me know. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this today.